your schedule, I've always tried to imagine you having the restaurant, knowing how much you and I played together, rehearsal, you and cheating on me with other bands. Oh, was that out loud?
Yeah, but you're the only one to put out, buddy.
Damn right. And that's why I got mad that you would cheat on me. I'll never forget.
YUNKJunk.
So we're here. We've gathered the masses. We were just asked if we were live. And yeah, we're live. We're here. I'm with Kaitlyn as always. And we're going to just get right to it in a little bit. I'm here with Johny Boy, Johnny V, my guy, Kaitlyn, YUNKJunk. And this is Settin The Record Straight. Every Monday we record. It comes out different days, but it always comes out on a day that ends with a Y. Why? Because we love you. And we care, and all days end with Y. So that was that. Kaitlyn, I think you should explain your absence of why you are not here.
I'm on vacation. That's about all I got.
How long did it take her to answer that? It took a minute. Yeah, she didn't want to throw it in people's faces.
Maybe she couldn't hear like we can't.
Johnny's here. Johnny and I, and again, we don't have a format here at Settin The Record Straight. We just talk, friends. We've had Nick Vona. We've had Chubby Dudley. We've had Stephanie from Pepperoni Dog Bakery. Johnny's one of the first guests I want to have. Johnny and I go way back. I don't go back as far as Johnny is an ex-Marine from a family business, 102 years old?
Yeah,
103?
102.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we've been friends for a long time. Sometimes we don't even know when we're friends because we think we're not friends, but we're friends. We're just, it's the greatest thing. And that's why I'm so proud to have him on this website or on this podcast.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Okay. All right. Now, thanks for coming here. Good night, everybody. Peace out. I got words out of Johnny Boy. I'm happy. Wait a second. So this isn't going to play in the next day or so, but let's start. And I already mentioned the Marines and everything. I'd be remiss if I did not start with how proud I am of you for what you accomplished over the weekend. You playing at the MMR barbecue is the real effing deal, bro. Yeah. And I love that for you.
We got, I happened to join a great band last year called Jersey Calling, punk rock.
Yeah.
And
you love that shit.
Yeah, these guys are great. Great people, great musicians.
You got a girl lead singer?
Yeah.
I saw until a couple weeks ago.
We were like MMR's house band in February.
Get out of here. No, that's awesome.
You knew that. Don't bullshit.
I know, but I'm just trying to sell it for the podcast.
But anyway, yeah, we were
like, you might have known too. Just act like that's a big deal because it is. Yeah. It's really effing cool.
Yeah, well, it was the greatest. MMR's house band in February.
How'd you get that? What'd you guys have to do?
There's one of our guys in our bands was tight with one of the DJs.
Oh,
Deanna.
Hashtag me too. No, no Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, no Harvey in this one.
And dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, and this escalated. These guys are the best songwriters, and next thing you know, we got picked for MMR barbecue.
So we're here. We talk everything from wrestling to music to restaurants. The reason you're here, Johnny Boy owns a restaurant. Here's my first question, though. Why punk? When did you fall in love with punk rock?
I would say about 2008, 2009.
That's it?
That late.
Oh, it's not like when you were in the Marines or in high school?
No, it's like the first band I was turned on to Jane's Addiction, Ramones, but I'm like, nah, I don't get this.
We were just talking about Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
Did you see the stuff that happened over, was that late last week with Jane's Addiction?
Up in Boston. Yeah.
The lead singer, Perry Farrell, all of a sudden he's drinking a lot apparently because they've apologized. But Johnny's always with the product placement. Shout out to Wheatley Vodka. Perry Farrell went after Dave Navarro, tried to punch him, kind of hit him in the shoulder.
Bitch slap.
But that's a Perry Farrell punch. And some people, the younger people, may not even know who Jane's Addiction is, Perry Farrell. But they had a fight on stage, ended the show, and stopped their tour. Rock and roll.
I mean, look.
It's rock and roll, bro.
I saw Jane's Addiction back in 90, maybe 95. And these guys cut the show short about within a half hour.
Why? Because
they're all fucked up.
Yeah.
Everybody was outside, literally at Tower Theater. Everybody was trying to tip the tour bus over.
Oh.
I was trying to help. And there was literally 85 cops from all the Delco area.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. And it just being drunk, drug out assholes, they just stopped the show.
Well, they have a long
History of
story. Yeah. Exactly. That's
Trauma.
exactly what I was going to say.
like the bass player's been in and out. He's like, screw these guys.
And when Navarro was in Chili Peppers, were they still doing heroin and all that stuff?
I think that's why Navarro got kicked out of Chili
Because he was too drunk?
because of heroin.
Too much. Yeah.
To me personally,
They were trying to get clean at that
that's
point?
one of the best albums with Navarro on it.
Me too. I love that album.
Incredible album.
Love that album. So back to the weekend, brother. You played the MMR barbecue.
Yeah.
What kind of goosebumps were you getting from when you knew that it was going to happen to the week before to the day before?
Yeah, it was such a long wait between you got picked. I think it was March or April, and it's like, wow, but now we got to wait 5 months.
Couple months.
So the excitement wasn't really there until it was actually. I was like, until I'm on that stage, I got to sit. And
That's
when we got
amazing.
on stage, yeah, it was unbelievable. And then they gave us a rock star entrance. MMR came out. Hey, Jersey,
Did you?
Jersey calling, and we all come out individually, like you see, like the real bands. And these guys have the best.
Hey, wait a second, Kaitlyn.
These guys have the best.
Shaded Daddy Says So. Real bands come out individually. Well, you were individually. You would sit there with your beer hat on, and then I would go, oh, it's 8 o'clock. We're playing at 8. Oh, it's 8:20. Let's go.
Yeah. The guy goes, you want a soft entrance or a hard entrance? We're like, hey, give us a hard entrance, which means, all right, Brent Porsche, I think.
Yeah.
He came out, introduced the band and this, and we come rolling out there. And they have such a huge following, Jersey Calling. People are like, it's such a rock star moment.
Why
and
did
there's a video.
they like that, though? How long have they been together? Jersey
They were together 20 years ago, and then he broke up. And then over the years, they
Life
got back
happens.
together. And I happened to be sitting at a bar, like checking out Musicians One, and I saw that. I'm like, oh, see what it is.
Original punk rock.
It's like original punk rock.
That me knowing you,
I checked it out. I'm like, wow, these guys are fucking great.
nice. Had you ever played? We're jumping around. Had you ever played with a female front until Daddy Says So?
Yeah.
Had you really?
Yeah, the first band I was ever in after the Marines was, we did a lot of Jane's Addiction.
Nice.
We had a singer
Yeah.
named Bobby, and she just killed Perry Farrell. It was great.
Well,
That's the first time I was introduced to Jane's Addiction. And it was great.
I didn't like Been Caught Stealing, not going to lie.
Yeah. That first album, Nothing Shocking, is incredible.
Great album.
Yeah.
Again, certain things I liked, certain things blew up. Jane Says, I think, is like one of the most universally love songs. That's so cool. How many people were at the mass of MMR Barbecue? Do you know?
Well, when we played, me and the singer were estimating. He said 200. I'm like, no way, man. I think I would say there had to be about 1,000.
Nice.
And
I saw pictures.
Of course, 20,000 later. Of
course.
However the time goes on.
Yeah.
So it was great.
You know
what? I'm surprised. Like that venue is like they fed you 3 square meals, nice as hell.
On Saturday?
Yeah, they put my drums on a platform.
Saw.
They roll it out. Because they're a union. The nicest people working at Camden.
Kind of sound check for the musicians out there.
Well, we got lucky. There wasn't going to be a sound check. It was going to be just a line check.
They were just,
So we had some time. They're like, go ahead and do. So we did like 3 songs. I'm like, thank God we did.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
prior before they opened the gate.
Almost 10 minutes or whatever. That's
We had like
punk songs are shorter, aren't they? In theory.
Yeah, these guys write about 3 minutes songs.
You're a social
Distortion
guy. Yeah. Better than the Ramones? Why?
I don't know. It's close, man.
Okay.
It's close.
I mean
social deal.
Me, not a punk guy, didn't have it. My kids don't really know it. Always loved the Ramones. You know, everything that they did, but I just never, and as a guitarist, I never played anything outside of that. Yeah, never punk. Do you ever, have you, well, here's a funny thing, because she's not punk. Now let's talk about a possibly Baroka. No, I was going to talk about an employee. She goes, hey, let's not mention names, because the last time we mentioned the name on the podcast, I got pissed off at somebody, and it was, so yeah, he still muted me. Don't worry about it. Once again, he still muted me. So somebody said to me today, straight up, Kaitlyn, so she came, hypothetically, came in with a skateboard.
Okay.
So Johny Boy and I start talking to her. Yeah, I let that out of the bag and I go, what music do you listen to? Da, 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 da. And I don't even know what she said. But I go, what about Avril Lavigne? Now, was she before you technically? Complicated Skater Boy, all that?
No, because she's considered like early 2000s. So that would have been right around like me going into elementary school. And
did she try to look punk? Or just skater?
I think back in the early 2000s, punk.
Well, she was replaced. I think a lot of people know she died and there's a replacement. It's just a rumor, but I love shit like that. No, straight up. So
in the early 2000s, punk and skater were like synonymous with each other. If you were punk, you were skater, and if you were skater, you were punk. And
let's say the difference between that punk, that's like wannabe punks. Like the real punks were like in the late 70s, early 80s. Like Black Flag,
oh yeah,
Dead Kennedy,
Dead Kennedy,
Dictators, stuff like that is like that's old punk. That's like the real punk.
Yeah, but so what's Joan Jett right
Dead
now?
Boys. Who?
That's like all culture. Because if you look at country in the 70s,
Joan Jett is all
very
or
different
alt?
than country now.
Are you saying all culture or alt culture? Joan Jett.
I think she's. No, I'm saying all culture, like kind of offshoots at some point.
I got you. No, I just want to make sure I heard you right, because I also read something over the weekend where she shouted out MMR that Joan Jett, that they were on the Joan Jett and the Blackhearts bandwagon very early.
Yeah.
They said early 80s. For whatever reason, I thought she was late 70s.
Like right
early
after,
80s.
Right after
I love rock and roll. I used to play that.
I hate that song.
I'm so tired of it. What did we used to do? Hate Myself.
Yeah.
I hate that song. And now I see her doing Crimson and Clover. I hate that song. But I do love Bad Reputation. Ronda Rousey came out to that.
The songs she's famous for, I hate.
Well, Ronda Rousey came out to that. And that's a perfect segue to, hey, how you doing, Wheatley Vodka? We would like to thank Wheatley Vodka and the WWE for sponsoring our silly nonsense. And me thanking Johny Boy for being here as we drink our Wheatley Mules. But Joan Jett was doing the entrance music for Ronda Rousey. Straight up, Bad Reputation, when she came to the WWE. And I thought, well, they're paying licensing rights for that.
Coming out.
That was Ronda Rousey's song. You know who I'm talking about, Ronda Rousey, UFC?
Rock and roll.
So when she came, no, she was a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
So when
she was like an expert in judo.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah. Or,
Judo.
Judo, you're right. You're 100% right.
That was
her hip flips were, legendary, whatever.
Until they caught on to her, and then they figured out how to beat her.
Dude, she got, Holly Holm put her to sleep with that right foot one night. And Ronda Rousey hasn't talked
people to sleep. You remember that one night at the Reef?
Yes, I do. Hi, Kaitlyn. How are you? Well, here's what he wants to talk about. Once again, we're talking about pro wrestling.
Can we pause for
no pause. Let's just tell the truth. So Johnny's ex-Marine. I'm ex-Army. We're both ex-idiots, still current idiots.
Drunks.
Still current drunks. One night, we're in a band, and we haven't even talked about that yet. We've played hundreds of shows together.
It was actually, I think it was 201 shows with this guy.
You're making that number up.
No, I counted all the shows that we did. I wrote down everything that we ever did.
You got to use a calculator?
No.
All right.
I wrote every show down that I've done with anybody. And
you weren't sober enough to write these down.
No.
Dude, the what was it? The sixth time that we got raided in the green room, the cops were asking you, "Yo, who's the drummer in the band?" And you're just like,
this guy.
No, you're like, I play tambourine. Like you couldn't even sign your tickets. Silly rabbit.
No, seriously, about 201 shows.
Okay.
I counted that shit. I got it all written down. Every show we did, every gig we did, everything.
My liver is mad at you.
Yeah. When I joined with this guy, I gained 20 pounds.
Of ego.
No.
You were the most popular stupid band. Shots. Well, wait. But here's the problem. You did 201 shows, hypothetically. Hypothetically.
No, I'm telling you. I got it.
But if you count all the times that you went MIA during the show, sometimes in the middle of a song, because she would suddenly be on stage behind the drums. Not only her, the number one fill-in drummer, shout out to Barb Fitzgerald.
Barbie down in, I think.
But people don't know.
I know.
Dude, I saw that she's visiting her kids. Love her so much. But one of the things that would happen with us, she'd be like, this is my father. Like this, he's professional. We'd be playing songs and Johnny would always need a bathroom break. Because hypothetically, in our rider, we got a lot of free booze to play wherever we play.
And the thing was, Dad would never let me go. Say, all right, I'm going to fuck with this guy. Now let me piss. I said, Barb, I taught Barb how to do 2/4, hit the snare, hit the... So we were at Jimmy D's. I remember exact time.
I remember the exact show, the autism benefit that we created.
So I come out and I'm giving him the finger. I was like, fuck you for not letting me go to the bathroom. And he's turning around like, who the fuck's on drums? It was Barb doing...
Because it sounded awesome. I'm like,
yeah.
What did Johnny do?
It's like, wow, it's the right tempo.
He hit that at the perfect time. And I look around and it's Barb Fitzgerald playing Man in the Box.
And I'm like, fuck you. I got to go to the bathroom.
Well, my favorite night with something like that, with Kaitlyn, playing R.P. McMurphy's.
Had to be Man in the Box.
No.
I
drink alone.
No.
I drink alone?
Yeah, we always did this spiel that I would get up on the bar and I would sing it. No guitar.
Yeah, but did we do that at R.P. McMurphy's?
Yes, you didn't.
Yes.
You didn't. So I all of a sudden, I forget what song we play. We do. I think it was Pixie was playing with us. I forget who was singing that night. And all of a sudden, the gimmick is, while you guys are finishing the song, I get the guitar off, I grab the mic, and I head towards the bar. And I try to get up on the bar. So as soon as we start the next song, I'm up there and I got everyone's attention. I get up on the bar. I hear the guitar. Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, or however the hell it starts. And I turn around, and much to my...
He's your daughter on drums.
No, not even that yet. I turn around, I'm ready to sing to all the girls in the bar, and there's not one of them in front of me. I'm standing on the bar, looking like a freaking moron. I go...
That's natural.
I played it off, and I go, where the hell is everybody? As I look up, all these girls are on stage.
Dancing.
And with drumsticks. I don't know if you gave them out before you left for your bathroom break.
I did that.
Why?
I didn't want to be alone.
Is that why?
No,
Behind the scenes,
I play alone.
Is Johnny tricked me into taking the drumsticks. He
Ow.
acted like he was just gonna have me stand there and hit the drum next to him, and then he goes,
You
"No,
knew what was going to
Oh
happen.
no, she didn't. No. I said, here,
no,
hit
I
this.
did not.
I told her I had to hit the snare drum on
Like Nikki,
alone.
like our boy Nikki.
I said, have a seat, and she's doing it. And then as soon as she sat down, I ran to the bathroom. I remember exactly. Yeah, that's you're right.
I just sat there and I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to be here alone, I'm looking at every girl out there because half of my friends from work were there, and I was like, all of you, get up here now.
Yeah, like they cover her up like a
Yeah, but I'm standing there in the bar going, look at, where is everybody? I look like an idiot up here.
No,
You know, my beard's down past my knee.
I looked like the real idiot a week later when I fell for it again at Sliders.
That was your fault.
What bar was
Yeah.
it?
Sliders.
Was that the place
Sliders.
on Route 1?
Hey, welcome to my new place on Morton Avenue. I'm just kidding. Yeah, premature.
I
No,
fell
straight
for it
up.
a week later too. I was like,
Oh
okay.
yeah. Well, there was a whole thing about that night, and we got into a discussion about it a few weeks ago, and he didn't remember all of everything.
Well, that was a good reminder. That's right. I tricked her into sitting there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the
Because I
float.
drink alone, all you need is just hit that snare drum. And I'm like, you got it. See ya.
Ran, fully tricked me into it. I was like, I'm here
Hey,
now.
Blame him. I had to go to the bathroom, man.
Why blame me? So, by the way,
Because you're like, no, I ain't playing. I'm gonna play 3 more songs.
as Kaitlyn slams the whole thing of Wheatley, she's like, "I'm drinking it straight." She said that before we started recording. Look at her. Look at her. I see you.
Can you guys talk? And I'm gonna do one by usual.
Oh, that would be. I'd kill you. Dude, no.
Kaitlyn, do this.
Oh,
'Cause I do got a pitch. I got a second here. Can we pause?
you yeah. Yes, you just go.
right.
You just go be you. Don't step on anything. It's like Johny Boy was, oh, hey, it's okay that you walk in front of the cameras. Dylan will just edit to Kaitlyn's face. That's okay. Hey, we're not letting him back in here, are we? I am so, if I do something with this now, they'll be video proof. Never mind. I don't want to see that. Dude, is this like what you kind of expected with Johny Boy?
Johny Boy's always going to be Johny Boy.
Johny Boy's awesome. When Johny Boy comes back, I don't think people totally get who they are. We're talking about music now. We're talking about the silly music scene and how we have fun. But Johnny's been in the music scene for years. He's got his own restaurant in Delaware, a popular one, I believe. I got to get him to say it. I think, which will probably annoy him, I think Biden used to go there, or one of the governors, or somebody, because of where it's located. And
Because it's where it is in Delaware.
yeah, and 102 years old. It was his grandfather's, who then I believe the father took over, and then they they tore the building down. Oh, I'm pretty good at remembering this suddenly. And then they opened back up. I got it now in the early 90s. And Johnny took over, I think, 10 years later, and has been running it, for forever. But being in the band, and here we go, everyone. I just want you to get a clear view of what Johnny looks like when he walks in front of the camera, as we were just talking about you. Hey, tell me if I have this right, brother. 102 years old. We already verified I have that right. Your father, right?
Your grandfather.
No, grandfather, then your father. And then they tore the building down, and then your father came back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And you came back about 10 years later.
Yeah, reopened in another location 10 years later.
That's kind of what we were saying while you were going. We didn't pause. We heard you, though, and I'm glad everything came out okay. But and this is the funniest thing. It happened at RP's, which we just mentioned. One night we were on break, and we were just becoming friends. We didn't really know a lot about each other's background. We knew that you were a Marine, I was Army. And I said to you, why are you in the food business? Do you love to cook? This, that. And I didn't know the whole history. But so now here we are 30 years later, 20 years later. How long have you been running the Cozy Corner?
I've been around for About 20, 25 years.
That's amazing. What was the thing other than it was a family business and you guys are Greek, you got to make, the generations proud. I get all of that. But you would bail. I think I knew you well enough to go, you'd go, I don't want to do this anymore.
It got to the point where it's like, I had nothing else to fall back on, really. I mean,
How long were you out of the military for?
well, as soon as I got out of the military, I jumped into the food business. Actually, I got turned down by the post office. Imagine that.
I'd turn you down. Dude, those guys kill people.
Yeah.
Actually, that's an old joke. I don't think that's like a relevant joke anymore, is it? No, it used to be postal workers are going to go postal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, gone postal is still the saying.
Is that so cool?
I
It's
guess.
still saying, but like, I don't think
Going
anyone-
postal. Let's talk about a customer yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I want to tell you, assholes. So your spot, what's the address of the Cozy Corner?
906 Union Street, Cozy Corner Restaurant, breakfast and lunch.
And I know your website has like a dash or something in it, right?
Yeah, Cozy Corner.
Dash restaurant. Now I remember.com.
Yeah, something like that.
So
Hey, John.
it's
I'm
so
pretty bad with promoting. I mean,
addresses normally come with a state.
YUNKJunk.
state of inebriation. Speaking of states, though, while you were
Delaware.
gone, we were talking. What is? Have you had some big wig political people in there that I thought?
Yeah, I've had them all. I've had the President Joe Biden,
Yeah, that's exactly what we said while you were.
governors of Delaware, mayors.
Nice.
And then when Joe Biden's son died, had all the political people come all over the world coming in.
Wow.
Because the funeral was right up the street from the restaurant.
Yeah.
So you had people from, you name it, any country.
Yet he still didn't help with food costs. Enough of the political talk. Just saying. No.
No, but I mean,
didn't mean that.
Yeah, I mean,
But jokingly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we had a lot of.
That's
We
amazing.
still get some in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because we're not because we're local. You have a
Because of the history.
102-year-old
Yeah.
history. Yeah, LaRocca, 102 months.
102
How old is that? I don't even know.
Before she was born?
Let's see, 5 years is 60 months. Oh no, we're nowhere near 102 months. Oh no, we're 7 years.
Is it?
So like 70. What's that? 7? I can't even count. 84.
12.
Yeah, I can't count. Yeah, I was right, 84. Good guess. That's how I got through high school. Were you good in music in high school?
I mean, I'd listen to them, but I practice drums.
I failed.
Yeah.
So you're a drummer.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know. We've never mentioned it on the podcast. Kaitlyn is a drummer. Kaitlyn took drum lessons, not just at RP McMurphy's or Sliders.
And
No, Kaitlyn, that's why I didn't die and just jump off the stage head first and go, my daughter's going to torpedo me. No.
I did it for a couple years. I can hold a beat. Please don't ask me to read music.
Wait, remember Amber, the bass player?
yeah.
I remember pictures of you and Amber playing at
At
Sliders.
At Sliders, the very next week when I fell for the
Which
same
one was
trick
Sliders?
again.
Was that Route 1?
Morton Avenue.
I don't remember that one. Well, we played on Route 1, and I came out with the snare drum. People were whacking it during I Drink Alone. I'm not sure if she was there
That
that
was
day.
at Monaghan's.
It was on Route 1. It was a bar that didn't last very long.
On Route
yeah.
1.
But it was what's the bass player's name?
Billy?
No, the blonde hair guy.
Mikey.
Mikey.
Mikey, yeah. Mikey and Cindy, me, you, and
E.
Too many shows, bro.
Big E.
Love E.
Yeah.
That was a summer show. That was.
I'm not sure what that was. The place is
all the way down Route 1.
yeah, the place is closed now, I think.
Pauses.
Pauses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the first shows that you ever
I came out with the snare.
got it. But you got it during that show.
Yep.
It was me and Cindy. It was Daddy Said So at Pauses on Route 1. Now I remember Concordville, I think. And I said, Johny Boy, like she was new or something. I said, I don't think she knows the whole show yet. So her and I are gonna do a set acoustically. I'll get them drinking. I'll get them to having fun. I think you should play. And you're like, it's acoustic. You don't want me playing. You started playing. I remember we were doing John Cougar, Hurt So Good or some shit. You were having the time of your life. We got off and there was a possible chance that we had some adult beverages together. And you were like, this is so fun. I didn't know I loved playing acoustic.
I hate it.
But you did then. Because otherwise I was leaving you off for
Being
a set.
team player, so I mean, I'll do
Well,
it.
a team player, you would have learned the songs.
I'll listen to them once.
Kaitlyn, did you know any songs when you were taking lessons?
No.
I mean, how did they teach you?
Well, first he tried to teach me to read music. And then I think he realized that wasn't going to go well.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. With being a drummer, I don't think you really need it. It's just like all in the feel of it.
Yeah. So then he had me get like a rolling down, being able to just roll on the snare. I was like, okay, I got this. And then working the kick drum. And then he would just give me random beats to learn. But again, he was writing music out. Couldn't read the music. So then I was just trying to catch up. Honestly, I learned from watching him do it, listening, and then doing it myself.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I did band in 5th grade. I was in the drum section in band, and I would just stand on stage and watch the other kids hitting their drums and going, okay, hit the drum. Now's when we hit the drum.
I can even do that. She's like, oh, I can do this.
I don't know what I'm supposed to play. I can't read the music they gave me.
You don't even need to. I mean,
you know what's the coolest thing I've seen recently? So they do these videos, and the very first one I saw was they brought in, was it Neil Smith of Chili Peppers? Is that the drummer? Chad Smith, I'm sorry. And who looks like just like Will Ferrell.
you ever see that video of him, Will Ferrell, and Chad Smith on stage for the
talk show?
And they're going.
It's the funniest thing.
And they look like twins.
They look just like twins.
Unbelievable.
Well, all of a sudden you got Chad Smith on drums, and there's the guys in the studio, and I don't even know if Johnny knows who these guys are. Wait, what is that band called? What's Jared Leto's band called?
Who's?
Jared Leto. 30 Seconds to Mars. Thank you, Dylan. 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh.
Well, no, and now I forget why I even brought that up.
Where are you going with this?
I want Dylan to come sit at the table.
That's some more.
I want to grill Dylan.
That's some more vodka.
Here's the problem. I got a little off track because I just want to grill Dylan. Dylan, when's your birthday? How many siblings do you have? Dylan, what car do you drive? Oh, there's questions I have. Dylan sits back there just pushing buttons, laughing.
Can you hit mute right now?
I do. I've
hit mute on this guy. There we go.
There we go. What the hell was that, man? Seriously. So, again, why did I bring up Jared? Oh,
I don't know. Where are you going with this, Chad?
Straight up, this is so cool.
You're talking
on
about
video,
Chad
I watched
Smith
this video. No, they bring in Chad Smith to the studio, and they have him listen to The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars and have him try to play it. Chad Smith was great. He did a great job. They brought in someone else to do some other song. It was great. I love the little series. They brought in this other guy. I forget his name, but he had this book, and he's listening to the version one time, and he's making all these notes. And none of them were notes, 8 notes, quarter notes, nothing like that. I'm looking at his pad, and I didn't even know what it meant. Yeah. And all of a sudden he starts playing whatever song it was. And it's on TikTok. It's a great.
He's writing the drum chart basically.
Yes. And he just had it. Yeah. He explained it. I'm sitting there going, really? Like, I took guitar lessons. I might have spent my money on other things, and maybe I missed some guitar lessons. but I still knew what they were going to teach.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to learn shit like that. This guy was just making these scribble notes. And they're saying, what does that mean? And he's saying, well, this is this beat. It's 12, but he's only hitting 9. I'm just like, wow. You haven't seen that thing? Have you seen that, Kaitlyn?
No.
Look it
I
up.
haven't.
Chad
I'd be
Smith
lost.
playing The Kill. After he says never heard it, was amazing. Then he plays Dua Lipa. What's that? Whatever her first big song was. And he's like, oh, I kind of know this one a little bit. And he's playing. And it's just amazing what drummers can do. And they're writing that stuff down. And you say you couldn't read music.
I couldn't. And
But you don't need to for drums.
well, I think the thing with the drum lessons up the street, because I took them at the studio up the street, was he had an hour. Those lessons were an hour at a time, and he would sit there and go, "This is this one. This is this. This is this. This is this. Play it." And I was in 4th grade. I'm like, what does that mean? But let's be very clear, Johnny. All those times that you were at the house for practice or your audition,
You probably learn more.
those were my drums.
Oh, the ones I was whacking away on?
Yes, those are my drums.
Please use a different word.
Okay.
All right, hidden.
But even then, and like you join the band in 4th and 5th grade, and they're like, here's your music book. You don't get a private lesson. You get the lesson with the entire percussion session. And I'm just sitting in the back going, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And speaking of that drum kit, that snare cost, I think, $229, and it's a Chad Smith snare. I remember that.
Yeah,
He's-
right.
Musician's friend, brother.
He used that snare. He didn't.
No, it was his version. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm not saying I got it from him. No, I got it from musician's friend.
He conceded to the sparkly red.
Yeah, when he-
wouldn't let
when
me
he
get
was
the
what?
Sparkly purple.
That was Chad Smith's drum when he was in like 5th grade.
He's a great. Who's your favorite drummers that people would know?
Of course, everybody said John Bonham.
I was just going to say, I see the Van Halen tattoo. What do you think about Jason?
Alice Van Halen's incredible. What's that?
I love that you said that. I was going to ask you about Jason Bonham, and I should
Yeah.
point at Van Halen.
Yeah, he's-
well, you know what I mean, because he's down with Sammy,
Yeah,
Michael Anthony.
I mean John. I mean Keith Moon is a great drummer because he was an entertainer. I don't know. There's a video.
He was.
There's a video of him playing a kit, and he has a floor tom full of water with goldfish floating around in the floor tom. You ever see this?
No.
Unbelievable. He's got a floor tom with fish. They fill it out with water. Goldfish are floating around. And the animal rights people are like complaining, but he never hit that drum. But it's hilarious. He was an
Speaking
entertainer.
of animal rights, no animals were harmed in the making of this Wheatley podcast. WWE, we thank you. And again, no animals were harmed. Little bit of ego, but that's okay. So again, yesterday, I'm so proud of Johny Boy because playing the MMR barbecue. And it's funny, I saw a social media post today from our friend, Vincent, G and Julio. And he had pictures of the bands up there.
Welcome to MR Barbecue.
Yeah, and
We went to Ozzy Osbourne.
I go, Vincent, remember when we went to Ozzy Osbourne? There was 3 of us, and we had a great time. I go, Johny Boy was the drummer. I introduced you back then, and he was the opening band yesterday. Vincent probably replied, I haven't seen yet, going, cool, I was there. That's just Vincent.
Thanks, Vince.
Yeah. That's,
It's just who he is.
Thanks for enthusiasm.
it's weird, again, Vincent's father, my best friend, rest in peace. They're kind of not Irish twins, whatever you call that. Like they're born so close together. You know what I mean? Along with Nick Vona, who I had nothing to do with, by the way.
You were born because their dads were drunk.
No, we've already gone over why she was born. We're not going to rehash that.
And yeah.
New Year's
No,
Eve.
we're not recording that.
Here's Eve.
No, I even told her exactly when.
Anyway.
No,
Yeah.
So running a restaurant, being in a band, clearly we're not 21 anymore, trying to thinking that we're going to get that big break.
Yeah.
But you love it though.
Yeah,
Your schedule, I've always tried to imagine you having the restaurant, knowing how much you and I played together, rehearsal, you and cheating on me with other bands. Oh, was that out loud?
yeah, but you're the only one to put out, buddy.
Damn right. And that's why I got mad that you would cheat on me. I'll never forget. Never mind. What I'm saying is, how long are you going to do this for? How long are you going to be
man.
Johny Boy?
I could be, Johny Boy sort of retired when we broke up.
Did you really?
Yeah, I don't go nuts like I keep it professional now with.
But Jersey calling is a big deal, it seems.
Yeah, so I'm sober. I keep it professional. Like we're a fun, entertaining.
We were
band.
a party band.
So that's part of this.
That was our whole shtick.
So
we got hired to get the party going. We got hired to get people drinking.
You're the MC, man.
I was. Shout out to, I can't even say it.
You're the best set.
Was that weird booze. Remember what we used to drink? I won't even say it because they're not even in a competition anymore. Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Remember Jaeger? Because dude, they were paying. We would play places back in the day. We're like, all right, there's 5 of you. We'll give you $36, and I don't mean each.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, I'd be like, yo, Jaeger, step in, give us some guitars, give us this, so that we can figure out on other shows how to, get out of this little cast in Delco or Delaware. Is Delco still the music scene that it was? Do you think?
Honestly, I'm not really part of it anymore.
I see that.
Yeah.
But back in the day,
I'm in the band where we played Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry's.
3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
But I guess there's a scene in Tom and Jerry. I really don't know where else in Delco really that has a lot of bands. I mean, that's the best place for bands. And
no bootleggers. You got the Wharf or whatever. What's it called now? Yeah.
I forget.
Yo, when was the last time? And I know that this is really going to task your memory, if any. When was the last time you went out to see live music, knowing, like, oh, we're going to a place and there might be a band. Yeah, no. Where you guys were going? Oh man, we're going to go see so and so. We're going to go see YUNKJunk. I love them. When was the last time you went to a place? And part of the reasoning was because of the live music.
Yeah, not many.
The last time I went out to see live music for fun, not because of work.
Yes.
DSS.
In early 2020 to see you.
Oh.
2020. Where?
To La Roca to see probably you. Early 2020.
Who did I play with?
It was she.
Jess.
Oh, gotcha.
But
the Cusick.
The last time when I was like, I have to go see this again. Lauren and I went out the one night knowing it was live country music somewhere, but that's not why we went there.
Yeah. Triple Rail, whatever they're called.
Oh, Triple Rail.
They're awesome country.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah.
But
they do hard rock.
Country rock,
country.
yeah.
No, they do AC/DC, but they country it out with
They stole Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy from us.
I can't think of the last time.
That's my exact point of asking you that. I don't think people go out anymore. So we're here in Manayunk. We're at YUNKJunk Studios right here on Main Street. And up the street is a legendary place. Grape Street. Great pub back in the day.
Closed down, didn't
yeah, man. Cedar recorded their live album there. I love Cedar. Yeah, bro.
Out of there?
Out of there.
You should.
And what a great album. And what a great original music spot.
Cool venue. I went in there one time. I'm like, wow, this is a great place. And again,
the Ultimate Dive Bar, which is cool.
Why did it close down,
He got tired. I think he just got tired.
He didn't want to sound like...
you're dealing with a lot of younger bands that are trying to come up. Some are of age, some aren't. So you're trying to make sure some people are drinking, some people aren't drinking. you know, having a place like where we would play like hypothetically Tom and Jerry's Bootleggers, where you knew everyone was over 21. Tom and Jerry's, everyone's over 51. But these places, you'd have so many young people and you're not making money because they can't buy beer, they can't buy alcohol. And it's like redoing a bar. You and I, and we won't mention the bar that we talked about. There's a bar of somebody that we both loved, and the bar got redone years ago. And it looks great. You even just commented to me earlier when we were pre-gaming how great that place looks. And I said, but they still put a pool table. But they still put a pool table there. Pool tables don't make money. No, fine.
$2 an hour. Come on.
And find me a pool player who's drinking or a pool league.
Because all they care about is
winning my little 8-ball contest.
Can't do it drunk.
Yeah. So, you know, but a place like that, less live music.
Yeah.
So on YUNKJunk, like I do live music. Maniac Brew Pub.
There's really no live music in Maniac, is there?
I have it every Sunday with Derek. I have a band every Sunday for years. Full band every Sunday.
Oh, do?
Yeah, out front. Thursdays I was doing full bands a lot. I had Jagged Little Pill playing for a while. You know Melissa.
Acoustic.
Yeah, we played acoustic. I got to play a song with her. But I liked a lot. Lisa Chavez. That, you know, full band from Delco, Motown. The blues, no one in Manningham cares about blues, bro. I'm just saying.
I hate it.
I don't like blues as a guitarist, but I'm telling you, nobody, unless they do a blues night, and then maybe we'll find out. Maybe we do Blue Moon. Oh, there we go. How you doing? Hey, Wheatley, I still love you. I didn't mean to shout that out about Blue Moon. But
Blue Moon, Blues Night. I mean,
there's really not a lot of live music.
You always have rock in there.
I got familiar with YUNKJunk by playing. Listen, every Tuesday night up the street of Kildare's. No, you're not going to the bathroom. No, Kaitlyn is not playing drums, but I am going to have a sip. That's good stuff. Knock yourself out.
I'll try it. Kaitlyn,
I mean, it's in my bowl, but it's a little different when it's straight like that. Oh, she's like,
Cheers, Sean.
You two idiots. I have straight Wheatley. Oh, you probably have. She was telling me, I like pineapple juice. She was trying the Wheatley last week. I've put pineapple juice in it. I love it like that. I'm like, yeah, you're out of the will. Like, if you look at our Monday nights, we're doing industry night. We're doing $2 Fireball, $3 Wheatley shots, $4 taquitos, $4 margaritas. That's brand new. You're the first to hear. $5 Wheatley mules. And she's in there drinking Wheatley and pineapple juice. I'll take it.
I will forever need a sweet chaser for alcohol.
Especially vodka. I agree. I can't drink this shit straight.
Dude, we used to do so many daddy bombs.
Red Bull and
vodka.
And Wheatley vodka.
No, well, I wish Wheatley vodka was around back then.
Right.
But it was cherry Red Bull, sometimes cherry vodka.
Back then it was cherry vodka and Red Bull.
Yeah.
So a really important question, and this is probably the most important question I've asked on Setting the Record Straight since we got here, but I've always wondered this.
You got any tissues, Dylan?
How much longer do you think your liver's going to last?
Need tissue? Was it? No, I'm joking.
He's joking.
He's getting sappy.
I'm not getting sappy. I'm asking you, how much longer am I going to see your liver? Because I've done damage to your liver. I am partly responsible to what happened to your liver over the years, as you are mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You didn't even help with that liver. Your liver was good no matter what.
Here we go.
I got drunk with him 200 times.
I can't believe I'm going to go there with this.
It's dastardly duo.
Her and I get along so well. So well. To the point, I can tell you about our first real fight in life. And you were the cause of it. No, she wasn't jealous of you. I might have been a little bipolar, all kinds of things. But you were part of the first fight her and I ever had.
Why? How?
Because you two were behaving like children in
because
a
we were
sandbox.
fighting like high school girlfriends. We weren't fighting.
Yes,
That
you
was
were.
the problem. Fighting would have been better. Because then
You- high school girls, you're fighting without
yeah,
ever speaking to each other.
Well, I still remember this one night that we had. Well, finish your story.
Oh, you're going to the reef, aren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I'm okay with
you-
that. But this story, we were playing Monaghan's in wherever that is. And we had E, we had Bob. I
Nick
think we had Cindy and we had Melissa.
and Nick.
And of course, Nick, because
Little
we
Nick.
were asked
Nicky.
not to get up on the furniture anymore.
And we did.
And you were walking around. That's when I'm like, dude, walk around with
Walk around the snare.
walk around with the fucking snare. Like
That
I'm
was
drinking
it.
alone. Ba, 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 ba.
And fucking Nick jumped
The night
on it.
the bartender walked up to me and said, "That's a new bar. Don't let him get on the bar." And I'm like, "Oh
Plus,
God."
he's what?
Like I'm gonna break your bar.
He was 15 years old, I think he was back then, wasn't he?
But she wasn't
No,
talking
you
about
were
Nick getting on the bar. She was.
the time.
They were worried about me, and it was all marble or granite, whatever that.
Yeah, but the
Brand new
wasn't the
marble
bartender the
bar.
girl from the Hunts that night?
Liz.
Liz, yeah. I don't know if she left
She's a
then.
real estate agent now. I love her.
I think she left.
She should have been a model back in the day.
I think she left. Then you got on stage and the other, because if she was there, she would have never got on you about being on.
Oh, Liz would have been like, "Yo, that's Daddy.
Yeah.
This is what."
I think that's
they
what.
do."
I think that's how we got in there because of her. I think
I don't
she was
remember.
a bartender anyway.
I'm gonna say it was either her or Jägermeister. To be honest, and you know what's funny now? If we were still together, Daddy said so. The band would now be sponsored probably by Terramana Tequila, which she loves because it's gluten free.
And Wheatley vodka.
And Wheatley vodka.
And Wheatley
Right
vodka.
now, I got to pay him
Also
for that.
great.
The pop of that ad.
I guess I'm.
Wheatley vodka is also
That's a different
great.
taste,
What do we
man.
say?
Different days than
It's
what?
like it's not brutal. It's like it's smooth. It's like a little sweet. No?
No, it's good.
Yeah, it is.
I
I don't
haven't.
drink vodka
Yeah.
straight, but that's pretty good.
It's the only straight vodka
Yes.
that I've drank in years.
Try Wheatley vodka. They're
Every
gonna hire
Monday
me next.
night.
Johnny Boy on Tuesdays.
Johnny.
Okay.
No, and if you go to the Cozy Corner on Tuesdays, he won't be there if he's there at La Roca on Monday nights. Did you used to miss work because of us?
No, but I've gone to work
Oh, of course, I know.
so drunk.
Because you just got home. Some of those nights.
brutal.
Let's talk about this. Again, we're jumping around. Hey, what was the last
He was-
concert you went to? What was the last
Last
concert?
concert?
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys in August of 2019.
Right before the pandemic. Who'd you
Right
go with?
before the
Because you and Nick were going to go. You and Nick Vona were going to go to something.
I was gonna go to Shawn Mendes with
Shawn
him.
Mendes. Nick's
No, I went-
husband.
I bought myself Backstreet Boys tickets in 2018. I bought 2 tickets like the day they went on sale because I had just decided I was going back to school for my master's at the time. So I was like, woohoo, go Kaitlyn, you're going back to school. Here's your present to yourself. I bought myself stupid Backstreet Boys tickets going, I have to eat the cost for both of them because I don't know who's going with me. I just bought 2. And then
It's better to buy
you
one.
were supposed to go with me, but you went on vacation that week. You went to Florida.
I just hid.
So I took Devin with me, which we had so much fun. It was so much fun because they played the music from like the late 90s, which is what I grew up on. They played their current stuff, but we get to our seats and someone taps on my shoulder and goes, Kaitlyn? I'm like, who the hell is touching me right now? And I whip around and it's my Aunt Lisa,
Yeah.
who's my mom's college roommate's
Yeah.
sister. I'm like, what the hell
remember
are
that.
you doing here? She's like, these are my seats. And I'm like, well, these 2 are my seats. And so wound up doing Backstreet Boys with like my work best friend at the time and my aunt, uncle, and cousin sitting on the other side of me.
So you just
It
have
was
to
like-
randomly have 4 seats together.
Right there.
Wow.
Like
All
all
of
in
us.
the same. Like, how is this possible?
Yeah, that's
all 5 together. And it was
like meant to be. Yeah.
a concert of a lifetime because I grew up on the Backstreet Boys, and it was pretty cool. And I know that's like totally nerdy to say, but like it was a pretty cool time.
Johnny and I have been to a couple concerts. We've seen
I remember the last
Motley Crue. We've seen Poison. We've seen
Ozzy.
But
the last one we saw was
that Elvana?
Anna.
Dude, they're all. I forget what it is. It's a Nirvana cover band, and they're all dressed as Elvis.
It was a Nirvana tribute with the lead singer being Elvis.
I was drinking and other things possibly with the guitarist. Remember, he came over to us at the far.
I was blind. I was blind as a bat because of this guy.
Angel.
So what I'm hearing here is he agrees to go to concerts with you and doesn't go to Florida.
Was that the same weekend?
No, just
That's the same weekend as Backstreet.
throwing that out there.
That was a good cover up.
April 12th, 5 years ago, we saw Angel, my high school crush band. We got up right on the stage talking to
I didn't
them.
even heard them, but they were
interacting with us because I was louder than most people. I'm like, Punky, you're the reason we all play guitar. Going, he's got 3 songs, and I don't even like Strats. He comes over and he gives me guitar picks.
He was
great.
He auditioned for Kiss.
Punky Meadows.
Yeah,
they had a thing, and Gene Simmons loved him.
He would been a good fit, probably.
When they got rid of Ace the first time, when they brought in.
He sort of looks like a little bit of a Vinnie Vincent, if you know what I mean.
Who, Punky?
Yeah.
Punky's very weird, but he's
feminine.
normal. But he's actually normal.
Yeah.
That's the difference between Vinnie Vincent and Punky Meadows.
Yeah.
Punky Meadows is a completely normal guy. I think he went into art or some shit. I don't know. But that band, you and I went to, Martin Rossi, Mike Placido, Martin Rossi, his sister, our beer rep. That we didn't buy anything from recently.
Except for Wheelie Vodka.
Did that.
Yeah, this could go on for days and days and days.
Good.
But I want to get this out because Johnny needs to get it out.
Oh.
So we're doing a wrestling thing. We're doing music today with Johny Boy. And that brings me to one of my favorite memories with Johny Boy.
There's a lot of them.
We're talking wrestling. We're talking music.
We didn't even talk Billy and the Amp.
We didn't even talk Billy and the Amp.
We could have 4 parts of this.
80 parts.
Man.
So one night, rough and tumble guy, I ain't taking no shit. We're at the Reef in Delaware. Charlie, shout out Charlie. We've known each other since we were kids. Springfield Mall, his dad owned the piano shop. Johnny, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what was said. What started it?
It wasn't a real fight.
No, it was no fight.
We're just. You're giving me.
You were.
You're giving.
I was just standing there.
You're giving me shit. I was giving you shit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we're just sort of.
No, I don't remember it that way. I remember you just kind of double-legging me and put me on my back on the Reef dance floor.
I put him on his back, and he was shocked.
And I think you almost you might have even mounted. Not to sound creepy.
And I put my elbow right on near his throat. I'm like, now what?
I'm crying, laughing. Dude,
I'm laughing.
I couldn't breathe. It was.
You're like, nobody's ever done that.
No, but nobody's ever done that. And
probably the last time I've ever done
the first thing I thought of was defensive mode, but this is my boy. This is Johny Boy. 201 shows.
We were joking around anyway.
It was completely joking around.
It wasn't like a.
Yeah, but I have an ego. I wasn't letting some knucklehead Marine take my ass down without choking you out. Reversing it real fast, get an arm. Something.
If I let you up.
That was one of my favorite moments, brother. And he says to me, are we allowed to talk about it? I go, dude, I love that. I'm proud of that. Because it was the last time, I think, not challenging anybody. No, I'm not there anymore. But that was one of the best times.
That was fun, man.
That was fun. And again, he said, Billy, we got to go. Do you remember Billy much?
I do remember Billy.
I see. I don't remember. Before people forget, Kaitlyn used to be a roadie for us. At home, sometimes we'd bring all the equipment and she would clean it all. When she got older, she would go to shows and she would always put my stuff away, the PA away.
Yeah. What she
I
got?
would stay up half the time too.
Oh yeah, you know how to do everything. You're a legit
She's a
sound
legit,
person.
She was a legit roadie. Yeah.
But
Like,
she could not have helped Billy that night.
Oh,
No roadie could have helped Billy. We're going to end this with this of how serious we are as human beings.
should we just leave it hanging for the episode 2 and down the road? It was classic. It was one of the funniest moves ever in that band.
We've already mentioned that I've freaked out on stage, giving the death stare to people going. And then if somebody's not ready, I just start the next song.
Any little mistake, you'd be pissed off.
Always pissed off. And we never stopped. Our gimmick was, how many songs can we play within an hour so that we could take a good drinking break? And, we'd end the song, thump, and I'd go, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You guys be like, what's he playing now? But Billy.
You had to really pay attention.
But Billy. We're on stage.
Shout out to Billy Jefferson.
Shout out to Billy Jefferson. We cost you one marriage. We apologize. And we did cost you that marriage. Shout out to, but I'm not going to say that name publicly. And we're on stage and we're playing. And had you and I talked about it beforehand?
Nah,
I just did it.
You just did. It was fucking.
I am a dick. You're right.
So you ever hear this story?
I don't know where this
sure
is
you're
going.
playing. I don't even know what we're playing, but it's jumping and bum, 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 bum. And all of a sudden, Billy turns and he's looking at the audience. And I go, now's the time. And I unplug him
just
less than an eighth of an inch so that his cable still looked like it was plugged in. But you couldn't tell. And earlier I had said to him, dude, you got to put black tape on that shit. So now it looks like it's fucking plugged in, pardon my French, sweetly. And all of a sudden, I don't know what we're playing. Billy's got no bass. And I just start giving him the death stare.
You're like, what the fuck, man?
And then I start yelling at him on stage. So people couldn't hear him. And I look over at Johnny and I give him the nod of what I did. He just starts crying.
Oh my God.
He just starts crying, laughing, probably waiting for you to come play drums or Barb Fitzgerald. But we unplugged Billy just the littlest bit. And then he got yelled at by the boss, screamed at on stage by the boss. Knowing that that was Thursday, so we had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday still probably. And he wasn't going to enjoy that. But that was cool. That was a lot of good times. This was so cool talking about the local music
Finish
scene.
the story.
About what? Me screaming at him and him not knowing?
So anyway, so Billy's over there trying to play bass. He's like, shit, no sound. He's going to tapping on his amp, doing everything he could with the amp. Like he thought it was the amp. And me and him were laughing because he pulled the plug out, but Billy didn't even know. So he's like bang, kicking it, fucking in and out.
Hitting his bass.
Yeah, it was
turning the volume up and down.
Man.
And everyone there, no one has a clue.
And Billy has no clue, but we were laughing. We're like,
We were selfish musicians.
it was.
Billy, I hope you don't see this.
Oh my.
No, we're gonna tag Billy.
We're gonna tag Billy.
We're gonna tag Billy.
It was probably one of the
Billy,
greatest moments ever.
I can't even say all the names that we should tag. Straight up,
Guys are
brother.
rude.
This was awesome.
There's another moment real quick. It's like, I'm not going to mention names.
Dad.
We're playing Heart. And he just joined the band, bass. And he didn't know the songs. I would fuck with him. I pretend I was going to do another part. Like do
Is this
roll.
Billy?
No, I ain't going to say names.
Okay.
So I pretend I was going into that part. And I came back and he went with me the other way. He's like, oh, fuck. And you're like,
And I was gonna say, what did I
you're
do?
giving him a nasty look, and I'm laughing because I'm like, I was egging him on to the chorus when I'm like, nah. But
I'm a band leader. I'm not a guitarist.
yeah, it was funny.
I know the chords, the notes, but I just led the party. And you were the best party.
You're the MC, man.
You were the best part.
I always said you were the Philly fanatic at DSS, man. Remember I told
You always did say that.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
He would walk around like Philly fanatic, hopping around with his hair.
Shell up on my shoulders on stage
great.
all the time. Brother, we're probably going to have to do this again shortly.
We got 200 stories we could tell on that one.
201 minimum.
We didn't even break the ice yet, brother.
So what I need you to do is go enjoy the rest of your vacation. I miss you. We appreciate you. Two weeks in a row on Zoom. Dylan's like, no more Zoom.
Huh?
No more Zoom, Dylan. I'll be back next week.
Yeah.
And while you're there, drink some
Wheatley vodka. How about that? Because then, if you guys drink Wheatley vodka, we do this Monday night thing, then I know that I am setting the record straight.
YUNKJunk!